For many video game collectors, the holy grail of video game collecting is the Neo Geo AES console. For me, this was my holy grail. But when I picked it up, of course, like many Neo Geo collectors, you realize very quickly that the cartridges are prohibitively expensive. Buying AES carts can be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So if you're going to try to build a collection, it makes a lot more sense to try to build it using the much more affordable arcade counterpart to the AES, MVS cartridges. These can be found for much more affordable prices. But in order to play an MVS cartridge on a Neo Geo AES home console, you needed to spend hundreds of dollars for converters. One solution to the very expensive MVS converter problem is the Fusion converter. The Fusion converter can be had for about $65 plus shipping from Europe. We received this for testing, and we're going to put it through its paces. Let's have a look.
So to do this test, I made sure I used our well-known and very high-quality HD Retrovision cables, which you'll see here in this box. And that little hand over to the left is my oldest boy, Cameron, so he's going to help us out too. So to do this test, we're going to take a look at the Neo SD flash cart. We're going to take a look at two official MVS games, Fatal Fury 2 and Samurai Shodown 3, as well as a bootleg MVS game, which is Viewpoint. We want to see if these actually work on this converter, particularly the MVS games. And I'm also going to use the multi-game 161-in-1 cartridge that has been available for a very long time and see what the compatibility is like. So the first thing we're going to try is an official MVS cart. And as you can tell, one thing about this converter is that it is a tight fit, and it almost makes it feel like it's meant to be connected. And here we go. It operates, so that's good news. The HD Retrovision cables look great. I could have done the RGB hookup, but I wanted to use the larger screen. Cameron likes fighting games, so, he's going to give it a go. So Samurai Shodown works, MVS cart without a problem. This is the most anxiety-inducing portion of using this converter, is that it is tight, and the connection's good, but getting it off, oh my god. Next up, we're going to try this 161-in-1 ubiquitous cartridge. It's known to have issues with converters, MVS to AES converters. We'll see how this works. One thing you notice about putting in these cartridges is that because there's no plastic housing on the outside of the converter, it's just by itself, you have to really open the doors of the cartridge bay and make sure you're getting it into the slots properly. Once it's in, it feels pretty solid. Alright, so here it is, 161-in-1. Keep in mind that there are a lot of similar games and variations. Some games work, some games don't. Some games start up, and it'll get you to a couple screens, and then they'll just instantly reset itself. There we go. It just reset itself. So I can say that the 161-in-1 cart will start up without a problem, but you're going to find various glitches on the different games. Once again, anxiety-inducing. Oh my god. And that's Connor on the right, Cameron on the left. They love video games. Cameron doesn't want to get kissed. Okay, so we're going to try out the Neo SD cart. Now, the Neo SD flash cart was having troubles. Does not work. I tried every variation. I flipped it around, I inserted it a few different ways, a few different times. Didn't work. Okay, so now we're going to try the other official MVS game. Fatal Fury 2, tight fit, but works perfectly. So for about $65, you can get an MVS to AES converter, and it works. We're going to try out Viewpoint, and I can tell you that Viewpoint worked well also. And yes, the MVS and the AES are fun, but it's tough to beat iPhones with these guys. So there you have it. The Fusion MVS to AES converter, in my mind, it's a no-brainer. You can get MVS games for so much cheaper. The converter works well. I mean, if you want to end up using a flash cart such as the Neo SD, you're going to have to go out and purchase the AES version versus the MVS version. I have added the links to where you can look up the Fusion converter in order to make an order. And, thanks a lot. Hope we can do some more quick reviews like this in the near future. Good purchase. Thumbs up.